All right, 3, 2, 1.
Give us a raise, loser.
That was such a wimpy clap.
No, it's fine.
It's because my microphone's so close to my face right now because I'm sitting back. So I just had to slap my hands together really softly.
You probably didn't hear it, but...
Nope.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Episode 2 of the Break Room Podcast. My name's Trey, along with our other host, Derek. Say hello, Derek.
Hello.
And today, for Episode 2, the episode idea was my idea, and it's just... it ain't really something special. It's just funny, dumb high school experiences that I know me and him have both experienced being a teenager in Midwestern high schools.
Right.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay. So you want me to do a high school experience?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do want that.
One I remember the most, because I don't think I could get away with it anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in football in would have been the beginning of my sophomore year.
Yeah.
I ripped my, basically the outside of the rotator cuff at practice before the season started.
For what sport?
Football.
Okay. Yeah.
And
you still have that issue today, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still an issue. But I had to get surgery on it during the winter.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I came back to school because I had my surgery during Christmas break, after I came home from surgery and got back to school eventually, I couldn't go to PE class, obviously, because I was on a sling.
Yeah.
So they made me go to the library. Well, what I would do is I would just stay there for an extra class period. So I just wouldn't go to physics.
So you had gym and then you had physics after?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just wouldn't go.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that would have been around 1 o'clock, and I had physical therapy every day at 1:30. So I would just check myself out of school and go to physical therapy and just leave for the rest of the day. So I was only at school for...
Wait, so how old were you?
16 going on 17.
Is this when you had your Jeep?
Yep.
Okay.
Just got my license 3 months beforehand.
Yeah.
So I basically went to school for 3 hours a day for the whole second semester of sophomore year.
I mean, when you think about it, when we went to, I'm not gonna do the abbreviation, even though apparently I already doxed you in the last episode. At WAC, we'd get back to school, or I got back to school at 9:45.
Yeah.
So then by that time, there's already 4 hours left of the day, or not exactly, but basically until the free period. I'm not going to count the free period because I don't know how long your classes were. Mine were 85 minutes.
Yeah, you had block periods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I only had block periods 2 days a week.
That's so fucked up that Illinois schools are different in that aspect.
I'm honestly pretty sure that most schools in the rest of the country are block days.
Well, Iowa is trimesters. They don't have semesters. It's trimesters.
Like a baby?
No. Well, okay, same word, different meaning.
Okay, explain.
I don't know. They have their semesters are split up into divided by 3, not 2.
So they go to school in the summertime?
No.
Okay, so explain.
So one semester. I don't know how many fucking trimesters. I don't know how many trimesters they had, but.
Well, there's only one. There's 3 semesters in a trimester.
Yeah. So from August to December.
Yeah.
That is
That's 1 semester.
For us. That's for us. That's how it was for us. For them, that's 2 trimesters. You get what I'm saying? It's divided in half on itself.
Where's this math coming from?
What do you mean?
You mean there's 2 semesters from the trimester?
Okay, we need to slow down. So, if I could draw out the diagram of how I'm thinking of the family tree of how semesters work and trimesters work. So there's a semester.
Mm-hmm.
So what? I mean, maybe I'm fucking this up. So Is it
Do
quarters?
I need to? Do I
no,
need
am I
to
thinking of
explain
quarters?
to you?
Did
Do
you
I
have?
need to? Yes. I had quarters. So there was 4 quarters in a year.
Okay, let's say. Maybe that's rather how I'm thinking about it. Maybe I just couldn't think of the word. I guess. I don't know.
So are you saying there's 3 quarters in a Iowa school year?
3 quarters. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that.
So like it goes from August to the end of October, and then November to like February, and then February.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
May?
Something like that. Yeah,
Jesus
sounds right.
Christ, how hard was that?
But so then, yeah. Do you know how many finals you'd have to take a year then? It's what? That'd be what, 3 finals a year, but like.
No,
okay,
because there's still 2 semesters, so you'd only take 2 finals. Well, you take 2 final sessions.
Yeah, like there's a day specifically for all the classes that have finals.
Yes.
So yeah. Okay. Anyways, how'd we get on this topic?
I have no fucking clue, dude.
We're talking about whack.
You were talking about how your semesters were different than mine, or your quarters, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's how we got on the topic. So yeah, like after we get back from, or I'd get back from whack, it was like half my day is already gone, which that's fine. I loved that. That's why I loved that junior and senior year.
Because you just come back and it was basically a half day every day.
Yeah, and then like depending on which day it was, so on a day it'd be, I think I'd have to go to a class. I'd have to go to English class because it just started like 10 minutes prior to when I got back. So then, I'd go to that, finish that up, and then it'd be lunchtime. On B days, I could just sit in the cafeteria right after I got back from whack, and then boom, I'm in lunch. That's lunch.
You're gonna hate me when I say this. Guess what class I had when I come back from whack?
What? Why would I hate you? But go ahead.
It was art class.
So
I never really left
you went
whack.
from-
I'd come back and just keep doing art.
Went from art class to art class.
Yeah, and then in lunch, and then another art class, and then one regular class, and then I was done. Because all my electives.
And you chose not to go on the
classes.
Chicago trip,
I had to.
or choose not to.
Yeah, because I had a final, so I couldn't go.
Oh my god. You had it easy.
It was one final that I couldn't miss out of all the ones I could miss.
Yeah. I mean, that's okay.
I mean, it was a college class, so I guess I
literally
understand,
ran to Carter. No, I didn't run to Carter's house, but we went to his house after whack one day, and that was the reason that I couldn't get out of finals.
Because you skipped school?
I skipped school for 5 minutes.
Well, that'll happen.
Yeah.
I remember me, you remember Ethan, right?
Yeah.
I remember the one finals day, we got out because our school, I don't know about your school, our school didn't have open campus for lunch, so we had to stay on school grounds for lunch hour, right? Mm-hmm. But one day for finals, they let us. Mm-hmm. And so me and Ethan jumped in the car and we went to Dairy Queen. And
me and Bryson did that once, actually.
Yeah, I got the usual, the chicken strips with the gravy.
Okay. Yeah.
And we're sitting there talking, bullshitting and eating our chicken. And I look at my phone, I'm like, fuck, we gotta be back at the school in 5 minutes. And we were like 10 minutes, like a town 10 minutes over. Mm-hmm. So we hop in Ethan's car and we're driving like, well, I hope I don't get like arrested for this or something. We were driving like literally 110, 115 back to the school. Pulling that parking lot, skirt in.
Yeah.
Bust through the door. Our dean standing there in the hallway. We're like, hey, what's up? He's like, 30 seconds late. I'm like, yeah, I know, but we're still here, right? He's like, all right, fine.
Nope, our teachers are just not that cool.
Oh no, he was pissed.
Oh well.
But at the end of the day,
don't do it again.
It's 30 seconds. What the fuck are you gonna do to me?
Yeah. So you were done with the rotator cuff thing at the start, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just asked me for a memorable thing from high school, and that was just the first thing I could think of.
Yeah. I gotta jump it back to middle school days. I remember there was my sixth grade science class. I don't know. I can't remember what we were doing, but we were all standing up. Oh, I think she was like trying to give us some demonstration on like how atoms move.
Okay.
Like,
that's pretty cool.
She made us all stand up and like get huddle, not like huddle, but all stand up And when you try to walk around, you guys were bouncing off each other, right? So that's how atoms work as well.
Yeah.
So we're doing all we're doing all that, and one of the kids that we picked on in school. Well, we didn't pick. He was a weird kid. I won't say his name, but he was a weird kid, and he must have been like getting real too excited about jumping off of people, and the teacher's behind him. She's pregnant.
Wait, what do you mean too excited?
He started like he was like going ape shit, like bouncing off all of us, like thinking it's
like in a
fun.
mosh pit?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. There was like a mosh pit in our classroom. He's thinking it's a fucking mosh pit, and we're just like walking into it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can't move anywhere. I get what you're saying, teacher. And he like gets all too excited, bouncing off one another. All of a sudden, he like swings around, basically punches her in the stomach.
Jesus,
she
Christ.
I shit you not. Okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit. It basically, she grabbed him by the throat, got in his face, and said, "I'm pregnant," and then just shoved him away.
That's not cool. That's horrible. I mean, the teacher, I should say, is allowed to do that, but the fact that he hit her in the stomach, that's horrible.
He didn't know he did not know she was standing behind him.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought he did it on purpose, is what you were saying.
And I know that I think the same school year, I was in gym class, and this was just the same school year. It was you know how like everyone gets all excited for that it's like the last week before winter break.
Yep.
We were in gym, and it was like the whole entire like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade were all in this gym at the same time, and I think we were playing dodgeball. I'm having a pretty good time, but there's always one of those more athletically try hard kids who would just keep aiming for me.
So many of those fucking kids, dude.
Yeah, so eventually, me and him he'd hit me, I'd hit him, I'd catch his ball, he'd catch my ball. Me and him we were out for blood with each other.
Yep.
And this already puts me in a mood. So then, literally one of the times I'm out while he's still in, and I'm the next one to come back up in dodgeballs. You know how dodge. Obviously, everyone knows how dodgeball works, but so I'm the next one to get in if the ball gets caught, and as soon as one of my teammates catch a ball and I come right back in, this dude wails the fucking ball at me, hits me in the face, glasses fall onto the floor. I sprint over to him in that gym and I scream, "Are you fucking serious?" He just kind of walks away and is like looking back over his shoulder laughing. And one of the teachers walk up to me like, "Okay, calm down." I'm like, No, you don't understand.
No, we're getting in a fight right here, right now.
So then I go, ooh, I'm just basically, I'm clenching my fists, and I walk out of the gym. I get a drink of water or something. I fix my glasses, make sure they're not fucking broken. So then, this already has me in a mood, and I think we switch sides or something. And then,
hey, real quick, do you have your AC on?
Yeah.
You should probably turn that off.
Okay, it was on the last episode.
Oh, well, this time I can hear it clear as day.
Still, right now?
No.
Oh, it's not picking it up in the software.
Okay, as long as it's not picking it up there, that's fine. I just hear it now, so I was just making sure that you were aware of it beforehand.
Oh, yeah, no. It was on there. It was on when we did it last time. So.
Okay, continue.
So I was already in a mood.
I'll yell at you about it later.
Okay. I was already in a mood, so we switched sides, I think. So then he's on the other side of the gym, the side with the stage. So I can kind of paint the picture in your head of what our gym looks like. Our middle school only had one gym.
Every gym kind of looks the same. It's just a basketball court with bleachers on the side of it.
Well, yeah, you'd think, but in middle school there was a stage.
Oh, yeah. It's an auditorium / gym. I know what you mean.
Yeah, so then the old gym in our high school was basically that, but our new gym was straightly dedicated to just being an athletic gym.
Yep. Or
for basketball games. So, anyways, we switched sides. I'm already in a pissed off mood. He, 6th grade girls, I call them the preppy girls, they're the ones who didn't like me for no apparent reason. They just like to pick fights and argue with me or do shit that they know is going to piss me off.
It sounds like these girls hurt you. You're on a rant today.
No, Straight up, I don't. Every time I see these girls out in public today, I still don't like make eye contact with them because I'm just like, you're evil.
You're the definition of evil. No,
Like,
I understand. I definitely, if I see someone from school that I definitely didn't get along with, I definitely try to avoid them.
That you didn't get along with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like they didn't want to talk to me, I definitely just try to avoid them in public.
No, just like for some reason, a lot of those preppy type of girls in school just straight up assumed that I was like annoying or something. I don't understand it. I really don't. They just like assumed that I'm that. They see me as that weird kid that everyone makes fun of. But
Yeah,
I'm just
like
not that. Huh?
No, they probably thought you were like the nerdy kid.
I did the same thing as every other kid my age. What do you mean? That's what I'm saying.
No,
What?
I know what you mean. I'm saying that's how they perceived you.
So because I'm like 40 pounds overweight or something, they'll be like, yeah, this guy.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's how it was at my school.
I was gonna say too, like I think it was your high school mainly. You said like everyone got along with each other because how small of a town it was. You'd think that would happen with my town, but no.
But yeah.
Yeah. No, mostly I get along with everyone. There was like the occasional preppy girl who was like half. Okay, this is so weird. It sounds like I'm talking about the greasers and the socias from outsiders, but no, like there was some girls who were like half prep, half like chill. Like they would actually talk to me, but they still hung out with those preppy type of girls in school. Anyways, I'm off track. So these preppy girls are sitting there. I think I took off my sweatshirt because I was getting hot in this gym in the middle of middle of December. Took off my sweatshirt. I put it on the bleachers. I'm playing the game. I keep noticing every time I look over to where my sweatshirt was on the bleachers, it's on the ground. So I go, okay. I go pick it back up, put it back on the bleachers. 5 minutes go by. Look over. It's back on the floor again. This cycle repeats 3 more times before I notice who's sitting above where my sweatshirt is sitting. Those 3 or 4 of them at least, they're sitting there. And yeah, each time I put my sweatshirt up there, they'd like move or something and like kick it off the bleachers because they didn't want their feet hitting it. So they just fuck this thing, and they'd kick it onto the floor.
Why didn't you just put it in the corner?
I didn't. No, that's what I'm saying. Like it was out of their way. They were just choosing to kick it off the bleachers.
Oh, okay.
So it ended up on the floor like 5 fucking times before I finally take it. I storm over there, pick it up, I throw it back on the bleachers, and my face is super red, and I just scream, "Are you fucking serious?" The same thing I screamed at that kid who hit me in the face with the dodgeball. Like, I screamed that at them too. And they just all kind of, first they get a little scared, then they start laughing. I'm trying to think of another funny scenario. Oh yeah, I got detention in 7th grade math for saying hi.
Explain.
Me?
Because I've never gotten a detention, so you gotta explain to me how that works.
Oh, it's happened to me like 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
But no, there was 7th grade math. I wasn't good at math, so I think I was in like one of the pre-math classes. But this teacher didn't like me anyways, and the kid that I was saying hi to. No, me and him look at each other from across the room. He waves at me, and I like under my voice I say, "What's up?" And she like turns around after writing on her fucking smartboard,
and she says, "Fucking, what did you say?"
She's like, "Who's talking? Who was talking? Who is that? Who's talking?" So I just kind of give her that ghost stare.
Yeah.
And she's like, "You, Trey, Bryant, detention." So me and him just look at each other and we're like, what? It's why? And basically...
So did you have to talk to the principal?
No, I took it, but I tell my dad what happened.
I would have fought the shit out of that.
I tell my dad what happens, and he goes, "So you got detention for that?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "Yeah, also, this is another thing she's making us do every time we have detention in math class. You have to make like a poster board of a mathematician."
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm going straight to the principal and I'm biting that shit. I'd be like, there's no way I'm doing this. No.
So I told my dad. Tell my dad, and he goes, "Oh, I can do this for you. Who are you gonna do it on?" I go, "Albert Einstein." He goes, "All right." He goes, "I got a lamination machine at work, so it'll look real nice." And sure shit, like a day later, my dad comes home with like the size of a coaster, picture of Albert Einstein sticking his tongue out, with a bunch of facts next to it about math stuff, and I hand that to my teacher and go to detention, and that was it. That was the end of that.
You cheated. You made your dad do it for you.
My dad offered to do it.
I mean, fair enough. I guess if he's offering, you didn't like.
And then that
you
same
didn't look at him and go, Papa, I need this done. Can you please do it for me?
that same teacher went on a DC trip with me and Carter, and me and Carter's mom, me, Carter's mom, and my mom, we're all sitting there talking, and I'm like, oh, look who gets to go on the DC trip. It's the math teacher and her daughter goes to a different school.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, oh, great. That's just what I need. And she, both Carter's mom and my mom go, if she gives you guys any trouble, just tell us. We'll drive down there. I'm like, okay, Mom.
That's a big red flag. If your teacher has a child and it's going to a different school, that's a red fucking flag.
Why?
That just means that your school system's shit.
I mean, it was.
If the teacher can't trust its own child to be in the school system it's teaching, then obviously that's a problem.
I mean, yeah. I'm trying to think of another one. Oh, another time I got detention is because, let's see. I'm sure I've had it multiple times before this, but there was times... Oh, 8th grade. I think I forgot to turn something in or something for that same math class, I'm sure. But it's like that charisma charm you get to use in a Skyrim or something, or Fallout.
Jesus.
So, what happened was, I forgot about detention because I had track practice after school. Mm-hmm. So, as I'm in the middle of practicing throwing disc, I go, I do that, like that meme of that guy on that video looking at the camera going, oh no! That's what I do at the track to my throwing coach, and he's like, what? I'm like, I had detention and I forgot about it.
Oh, no.
He just goes, oh, it's fine. And I never, the teacher didn't remember apparently either. Because the next day I came to class and she didn't say anything.
Unless she did remember, and then she's like, oh, he has track. I guess I'll just...
That's also what I'm saying. Like, if she was like, why'd you miss detention? I was at track. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was I almost failed a chorus class. Remember how I told you I was in chorus for senior year? I had to choose that as an elective. No. So you guys had robe choir. I think we did, but it was like a after school thing. Like it wasn't an actual class.
Ours was a class and after school thing. Like we traveled to other schools to compete. But okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so our chorus class was just chorus. There wasn't any robe. Well, I mean there was robes, but we didn't do that unless we had like a function to go to. But essentially, I was in cinema club, and we went to a film festival for like 3 days. So we'd come back, then we'd drive back up there, come back, drive back, etc. So I missed a chorus meet, like a solo ensemble. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I missed that. And he was going to give me a 0 for it when I came back to school on that Monday. And that would have put me at a failing grade for the class, because it was like literally 50% of the grade.
Yeah. So,
my intellectual ass basically told him to fuck off without saying fuck off, so I didn't get in trouble. Mm-hmm. And I walked out of the class, mid-class, after he tried to discuss it with me, and I went right to the principal, and I said, hey, so I was allowed to go on this trip with the club, the cinema club, for 3 days, and he's trying to tell me I'm going to fail class just because I missed this thing. That's just not gonna fly. Like I'll get my dad involved, and he's not gonna be happy about it. He's gonna come raise hell. Like there's gonna be an issue here. And she said, no. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I said, oh, okay, thank you.
Okay.
So I walked back into class, and he just kind of looked at me weird, and I just had a big cheesy grin on my face. And I remember I went to lunch after that, and the next day I came in. And I looked at him, and he was fucking heated looking at me. Because he knew he failed. He failed to fail me. That little bitch. Now he's working at McDonald's. Fuck him.
I don't know. I don't get why teachers, I don't know. What kind of... Me, if I was a teacher right now in any school system, I don't know what satisfaction I would get from literally making a student fail. Like I get that I have to do my job, but at the same time, I'd like be that chill teacher.
honestly, nowadays, I feel like you need to fail children more because I don't know about your school, but my school when I left was the last year that we did a grade system.
I think you've told me about that. Or like, isn't homework starting to like not be a thing anymore too?
Well, no, homework's a thing, but your grade for the class is a 0, a 1, a 2, or a 3. There's no A, B, C, D, F anymore at my school.
Well, in Iowa, I know it's still A, B, C, D.
Okay, well, eventually you guys will get that too, because that's going to be the new standard eventually. Okay.
I can tell you a lot of my finals were curved.
All of our finals were curved.
Yeah, so it's easy. That's always the thing. That's what gets you. It makes you nervous to study, and then you actually study. Then you go to the test, and you're like, this is the easiest fucking test I've had all year.
No, we all used to rally. So, like, for our AP classes, we always used to rally around the smartest kid, and we'd be like, hey, man, or...
Jesus.
I say man for man and woman, but we'd be like, hey, could you, like, sort of bomb the test so we have a good grade? And they'd always be like, yeah, no problem. So the smartest kid in the class would always get, like, a B- or a C, and so that when we'd all pass, regardless of how we did. We all had each other's back at the end of the day, but we definitely did not get along a lot of the time.
I think a lot of the smart kids in my class did that too, but they didn't do it without asking. They just knew to do that. Like they knew, like, all right, I guess I gotta do just a little bit worse than I normally do. And
I get you. No. We always used to conspire before we'd go into the test. Mm-hmm. So, since we've been talking about your school and your rant, because it feels like you've been bottling this up for a while. It feels like you wanted to let this out.
I've always just had, like, this grudge against them.
No, I understand, because I kind of feel that way sometimes, too. But I want to tell you about what happened to me today. Can I tell you about what happened to me today?
Yeah.
So, we went to the big city of Rockford today, right? Mm-hmm. And last night... I guess I can publicly say this. It doesn't matter. I'm 20 fucking 3. I can make my own decisions. I'm a vapor, and I use a Juul. Yeah. So last night I had to buy a new one because the battery is all fucked up in my old one. It won't charge. About that. Yeah. Yeah. So I bought a new one last night. So we're driving around in Rockford today, and I stop at a red light, and I have my hand hanging out of the window. Okay.
Oh no.
I go to raise my hand up to put the Juul to my mouth. And I rack my hand against the top of the car, and that fucking Juul soared into the air. Like, I don't know what kind of physics a Juul, because it's a rectangle, I don't know what kind of physics it has, but it hit the top of that car in my hand, and it shot up and over and onto the other side of the street. And Emily's like, get out, you can still get it, the light's red. Next thing I know, there's just a herd of cars coming at me. He's just right on top of this new-ass Juul. I didn't even waste the battery in it yet. It was still on green. I said, are you fucking kidding me? Fuck.
And that was a new one?
I was heated. Yeah, it was a brand new one, dude. I mean, they're only $12, but come on. I didn't have for 24 hours. And now it's in the middle of the fucking street in Rockford. I was laughing, don't worry, but I was also low-key heated at the fact that I just lost my brand new fucking Juul. You wanna hear something funny though?
Oh, let's go. I don't know if I can handle anymore. Go ahead.
Well, you like it because it's about my parents.
Okay.
So we went out to eat last night with my parents. We did Emily's birthday and my birthday together because we didn't go out to eat for hers. Mm-hmm. And we sit down at the table. It's a nice steakhouse, So it's dimly lit. People are talking real quiet. There's quiet music.
Yeah.
And my dad. Love him to death, but my mom and dad are, we're all loud talkers.
Yeah.
And so we start talking pretty loud, so I'm trying to, keep it low. I'm trying to keep my voice quiet so that way they know to, tone it down.
Yeah.
As a subliminal thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we order our drinks, and I said something, I don't know, I wouldn't say quirky, but I said something backhanded towards my dad like I usually do, like I do to you. Mm-hmm. And he says, yeah, keep talking. I heard that podcast yesterday. I went, fuck. I didn't even think of the possibility that my parents would listen to it. What the fuck? Because we talked about the cigarette smoke smell and everything. And my mom was rolling, laughing.
Was she laughing at your dad?
She was like, "Oh my god, that was so funny about the cigarette. I was laughing so hard." I'm like, "Mom, I thought you were gonna be mad at me if you heard it. What the fuck?"
Yeah, no. Apparently, my mom knew the whole time when I was vaping in my room back at home.
Isn't that some funny shit?
She didn't snitch on me though.
That's an OG mom.
She knew the whole time. She didn't say it was because it was hazy. She said it's because if I was sleeping in my room and I had my vape sitting next to my mouse on my desk, she could literally, like, go to the edge of my bed, turn her neck at about not 45-degree angle, like a 30-degree angle, and you would have seen it just sitting by my mouse underneath the desk. So she would have been like, "Oh, well, there it is," and then just walked out of the room like while she was doing laundry or something, if I was sleeping.
I remember clear as day when I told my mom I vape. We were at a concert. And my dad got up to go piss, because it was like an intermission. Mm-hmm. My mom said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette. Would you come with me?" I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." And I walked out the front door there to the auditorium, and I pull out. At that time, I had a mod, and she goes, "Derek, you vape?" And I went, "You're goddamn right I do." And I took a big old drag, and she said, "I'm telling your dad." I'm like, "I'm 17. I don't give a fuck." What do you mean? But she never did. I had to eventually tell him.
No, my parents found out by, I've told you, I think. I don't know if I knew you at the time. No, I wouldn't have known you at the time. But, I know it was when Call of Duty World War II came out. Fuck, maybe I did know you by then. I just didn't have you on anything, because it wasn't until... I don't know. I can't remember quite, but World War II, Call of Duty World War II was out at the time. I was playing the campaign. Sit in my room, I had a big mod as well. One of my buddies just gave it to me, filled it with juice, gave me the juice bottle for it, and just said, "Hey, yeah, it charges with the micro USB. That's all you got to worry about for now." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Hitting that while I'm playing the campaign, I'm blowing a big fucking cloud up into the sky in my room. My dad just walks in. What the? I don't know what. I actually don't ever know why he actually meant to come into my room.
But he just goes, you a simple question. He goes, "What the fuck?
Hey, what the fuck are you doing?" Walks over to me, snatches it out of my hands.
Oh, what?
I'm telling you.
It?
Oh, he was so mad. I'm telling your fucking mom. Who'd you get this from? I tell him. He goes, "Oh, of course you fucking did. You haven't heard about any of this shit being laced and killing people?" I don't know why he wanted to like scare me into thinking that it was bad for me. I mean, it's not good for me, but it's not like it's not gonna kill me like instantly. Like, this was 2017. This wasn't when the whole fentanyl thing was like in
cigarettes.
He does smoke cigarettes.
So,
yeah, both my mom and dad.
Why was he so mad about it?
Well, I even said that to him. I was like, "You and mom both smoke cigarettes. What do you mean?" And he's like, "I'm telling your fucking mom. She's gonna whip your ass when she gets home."
It is such a high percentage rate of your children smoking if you smoke. Because it's so normal in their mind.
It's monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was always a kid when I was younger, and I would always be like, "I will never smoke. I fucking hate those cigarettes that smell." And I remember I eventually started vaping, and I was like, "Okay, I gotta hide this so I can I can make sure that they don't know that I was lying the whole time when I was younger." Did I ever tell you that the first vape that my dad found in my car, I blamed it on you?
You blamed it on me? I think you did tell me that. What was it?
I don't know why he was in my car, but he got in my car for something, and he found it, but he didn't say anything to me at first, right?
Yeah.
Later in the day, me and him go out, and he asked me to go driving with him. I think we had to go to the store for something. I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." And he pulls it out of the center console. He goes, "So what's this?" First thing I could think of on the spot was, "Oh, I'm hiding that for Trey from his parents." He's like, you promise me?" I'm like, yeah. I'm just hiding it for him. You know, he didn't want his parents to find it, so I'm harboring it for him until he thinks the coast is clear and he can get it back from me. He's like,
Jesus. I mean, that's it. That is what I did, but huh?
He said, "Okay, I'll believe you for now, but
that is what happened to me. Just different people. I had to go give it back to the friend who gave me my vape, and he was like, "Okay, I'll be waiting for you. It'll be waiting here for you when you want it back." And I think that's when I started keeping it only in my car.
Well, I'm a weird cookie. I went from vaping and then cigarettes and then back to vape. I did like a whole 360 circle.
Okay. We kind of went off track, but I mean, this is still technically high school era. But I do want to tell you another funny thing that happened to me when I was last day of 8th grade year. There was a couple of like just those red rubber balls sitting in the gym. And you know how if you get the right trajectory or strength or power behind your kick or throw, that what those balls are capable of. I saw this ball sitting in the middle of the gym. Last day of school. It was a free period, so I think I was just walking around the school after I was done with all my not homework, but because I don't think there was ever homework on the last day. But I was walking around the school. I decided to go to the gym after I went to the bathroom or something because I was like, oh, there's like 5 minutes left of school. So I went to the gym. I see one of those balls just sitting there. There's a couple of other kids who saw me go in there. They decided to follow me in there. They witnessed me just like run up to this ball, fucking punt it up in the air. It goes straight towards the stage, and then it just curves and knocks out a fucking window.
Like it didn't shatter, it just popped out?
No, the window shattered.
Oh, I thought you were trying to tell me like the whole pane went whoop, bonk.
Nope, it just fucking shattered. Like the ball went straight through it and shattered, and I went, okay, time to go back to class.
Yep, that's about the time you should go back to class.
Like, all right.
So you never got in trouble for it?
No.
No, is there no cameras in the gym?
I don't think so.
That's beautiful. There's a camera in each corner of our gym, plus in the middle, like on the roof of the middle of it. So it's basically like Valkyrie from Rainbow Six in there, fucking placing cameras everywhere. So many cameras in that fucking school, dude.
I think this is one of the final times I had like a really stupid detention. Oops. Hang on a second.
What you doing?
Oh fuck! Hang on. Drop my ring.
Oh. You don't want to lose that. Oh god. You fell under the desk. You can't get back up.
Okay, we got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thought you got lost under there.
No. So, it was sophomore year. I was in photojournalism.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 5 o'clock in the morning because it was one of our last playoff games. So, we had to go to Warsaw, Indiana? Something like that.
The fuck did you just say?
Warsaw, Indiana.
You had to drive from... Oh, I get... Okay. You're still stateside, so... Yeah, that makes sense. You had to go to Indiana, I guess. That's still a long drive for you.
I know.
That's crazy.
That's why it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, because we had to be there by like, I don't know, 12:30 p.m.
God, that's disgusting. Could you imagine riding in a bus all morning and then having to play football afterwards? Or, wait, what sport was this?
This was for football, but I didn't have... Oh, wait a minute. No, I definitely played. But I was, for the varsity, I was taking pictures for that game.
Okay.
So, I guess I was supposed to grab the key from him for the weekend to get into his classroom. But, so I have to go down, I have to go back, I go upstairs, I go see if I can get the camera. No one's in the photojournalism classroom. So I go right back downstairs. I ask our football coach if he has the key for that door. He does. He has keys for the whole school. So I go in there. I go grab those. I go grab the camera. Or no, I go into the classroom. I unlock the door. And inside the classroom, there's a cabinet where the cameras are that are locked. Now, I didn't have it. No one had a key for the cabinet. So apparently I was supposed to have that for the weekend from the teacher who taught that class. But he wasn't going on this trip with us for football. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I have to take pictures, but I get like Hulk strength, and I just it's a plastic cabinet. It wasn't like metal. Mm-hmm. I'm able to just simply kind of twist the knob in a way where it literally just like it snaps, and instantly I'm able to open the cabinet.
So you broke the
cabinet? Huh. Yeah, I didn't mean to, but I did. So then I just grab the camera that I need, and an SD card, and a battery pack with the little fanny pack that comes with it. It goes over my shoulders with the camera. So I'm like, all right, I got everything now. Next day, Monday comes around. That would have been a Saturday. Monday comes around. He asked me why the hell his cabinet was broke when he came into class this morning. I said I tried to get the camera out and didn't have the keys for it, and I just tried opening the cabinets over and over, and eventually the knobs snapped.
Wow. I mean, at least you were honest.
He gave me detention for it, though, and I'm like, wouldn't you think if you have $1,500 cameras with those lenses sitting there, you'd have a better cabinet? In my defense, that's just me.
I mean, I guess I have to agree. If you have expensive-ass cameras, you shouldn't have a cabinet.
I said that to him, and yeah, he gave me detention for that.
I mean, I understand why he'd give you detention for it. You broke his fucking cabinet. But at the same time, you shouldn't have a janky-ass cabinet. So, I mean, you're both in the wrong at the end of the day. And
then here's an OG athletics director. So what's what we call our vice principal. There's principal, then there's the assistant principal / they're also the athletic director. At the time, we had, like, I think he was one of the coolest guys that we actually had as staff in the school. Like, he was still, like, a mature and responsible guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was serious, but he was chill. I was sitting in detention in that classroom after school, and Mr. Ho, I'm not going to say the teacher's name.
Mr. Ho.
No, that's not his name. The guy who taught photojournalism, I think he stepped out of the classroom, or he wasn't in the classroom for detention, but that's whose classroom I had to sit in for detention. So I'm sitting there. I'm the only person sitting in this room, and it's like 3:15 in the afternoon. I'm missing football practice. This was the day where our football practice got to actually be played on turf. So they went across the river, into Iowa, and went to a local high school's field to do practice, and that school didn't care. We got to practice on turf. So I'm sitting in there. Our athletic director comes upstairs. He's like, "What are you in detention for?" I explain it to him. He's like, "Oh, gotcha. You still wanting to go to football practice?" I go, "Yeah." Didn't they just leave though? He goes, "No, you can drive yourself there if you want." Cool. I'm like, "Oh, okay. Are you sure?" He goes, "Yeah, just go ahead and do it. I don't care." I'm like, "All right." Head downstairs, get my pads, get my helmet, get in my car, and I head to the practice.
You guys weren't allowed to drive to practice on a regular basis?
Well, you see, when we had normal practice, so for high school, our practice would be immediately after school, obviously. We'd get our pads or no pads, whatever we were told, and then we'd have to walk to where our practice was, which was to the elementary school. So we'd have to walk from our high school to the elementary school, which was like 8 blocks.
Okay. This is why I was kind of twisted on it. So my school is co-opted with another school for football. So for half of the football year or the season, we'd have to take the bus over to the next town over to practice. So if you had your license, you were able to drive to practice. So I mostly drove for over half of the season. So that's why I was like, "What do you mean they left already?" But no, this makes sense now. I forgot. No, it was town's just one town football.
Yeah, no, it's because we're so close to we're not. I mean, it's just basically more exercise for the high school team. We get to walk to practice, but then on Thursdays we get to practice on the game field. That's pre-practice, like pre-game practice.
Normal.
Yeah, and then no, the only reason that day we got to go across the river to practice on another high school's game field on turf is just because it's because it was rainy that day, and we want to play on the hard fucking mud. Yeah, no. Play on grass is fine, but for that day they decided to give us a little treat and let us play on some turf. I guess. I don't know. I'm assuming that's their philosophy on that.
Give you a treat, he says.
But let's see.
Well, here, how about you let me talk? Because you've talked for literally 35 minutes straight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right.
Because there was a question I wanted to ask you.
Oh, okay.
About today.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said earlier, I was in Rockford.
Yeah. And
I wanted to get your take on this because I don't know if I'm a special breed or if more people do this than me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very old school with how I shop.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, in the modern era, I can buy literally whatever I want online, right?
Yeah.
However, I don't. What I do is I have things in my head that I want.
I do that too, but I write it down.
Okay, well, I just have like a mental list of things that are important to me that I want that I have not bought yet. So what I do is when we go to, we do a routine of certain stores we go to. And if I come across one of those things, I'm like, oh, yes, finally. And I feel the gratitude of finally finding it rather than just, okay, click, add to cart, and then shipping it to me, right? So today, we went to a few stores. Didn't find anything. I was like, all right, whatever, It's just a regular day walking around window shopping. Get to the second to last store, and I finally find the vinyl to Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly. I've been looking for it for years. I finally found it. So I was like, yes, today's a fucking success. I finally found something that I've been looking for forever. And then, something I wasn't planning on buying, but I found it and I was like, yes, this is awesome. Did you know that the Arkham Asylum, I think it's based on this, the Arkham Asylum game has a book?
How big is the book?
It's a graphic novel.
I did not.
I don't know if it's a direct, rip of a story, but I have it sitting here. It was $20, and I think it's I want to say it's 100 and some pages, 180. The artwork's amazing, and it's very gruesome. It has a lot of swearing and shit, which I was not expecting from a Batman story. And I was just flipping through it, and I was like, fuck, for $20, hell yeah, I'll buy this. So you know what, you just find things here and there that you're not expecting, and it just makes a win-win. So, do you ever just kind of go out and look for shit and feel the gratitude of buying something that you find, or you just buy everything online? I guess that's what I'm trying to ask you a long way around.
No, I usually have a goal set in mind for what I'm trying to look for. I went to Disc Replay in the mall because I wanted to specifically find a pop figure of Eivor from Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
That's some funny shit because that's where I found both these things at Disc Replay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They actually have some goodies if you're in there at the right time.
You're goddamn right.
Or well, I guess there isn't really anything here. In Tennessee, we went into that knife shop store looking for something. I mean, obviously, we were getting some sketchy vibes because of the, I don't know. It looked like the shop was set up in less than 15 minutes.
Well, it was just a tourist trap shop, so there was just all this shit that you didn't need that was just there, to make you buy just because you're on vacation.
And it was over expensive.
Yeah.
And then you had those shops where people were literally just screen printing anything onto a shirt.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
For $50.
Don't you hate when you see someone in public wearing that kind of shit? The one I hate the most, and I see it all the time, is drunk bitch 1, drunk bitch 2, drunk bitch 3, etc. And it's two cat in the hat hands with their thumbs up pointing to the head above the hoodie. So the
well, that's that's the stuff you make on a Cricut, yeah.
Yeah, but for a fact they bought that for $60 at a fucking tourist trap shop. Why are you wearing that out in public? That's embarrassing. Why'd you buy it in the first place? It's fucking embarrassing.
I mean, I just regret buying all that stuff in Tennessee, and then I can't even wear it now because it doesn't even fit.
What did you buy?
And it just fits weird
because that fits weird.
Every single item of clothing that I bought there.
If I'm being honest, I don't even remember you buying clothing.
I bought 3 shirts and then 2 sweatshirts.
Oh, I see. See, for example, today we went to the mall. Weird. We went to the mall today, and I was planning on buying. Well, you know me, being the alternative emo kid I am. I went to the Hot Topic. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I always am like, damn, there's so many band t-shirts here that I want. And then, I come to the realization of myself that, they only go to extra large at the mall for all stores, so why the fuck am I even here in the first place? And I get upset and I just leave.
I get mad that stores maybe this is just me, and maybe it's because it's the designer clothing culture. I used to wear American Eagle a lot growing up.
Wow, you preppy bitch.
See, that's the thing. That's another. Okay, so you know how you said earlier, it sounds like I'm holding a grudge against these girls. That's another thing. I could dress like them, but they just don't care. That
you fucking poser. You're gonna dress, but you can't act the part.
What do you mean? I play sports, you dumb bitch.
You gotta start shitting on other kids. They'll laugh at you and they'll accept you.
You gotta start what? Shitting on other kids?
Yeah, you gotta make fun of them. Be a bully. Then they'll be like, "Oh,
no,
you're
but
so
that's what I'm
funny,
saying.
Trey." Ha ha ha.
No, when you stoop to their level, I'm the bad guy. That's what I'm saying. You can't win. They're evil. They're evil. I can't explain it any other way. Like, I want to get more.
Yeah, but they want you to be more malicious than them, so that way they can like you.
I'm just not gonna do that.
Well, no, I wouldn't either. I'm just saying that's their philosophy.
Perfect example. There was this kid in our class who was made fun of just as much as I was, and this other kid who he looked goofier than everyone in the school, but somehow he was a part of that preppy group of people in the school. He kept picking on this kid by throwing a basketball at him, like trying to hit him in the head with it. So eventually the kid warns him, if you do that one more time, I'm gonna deck you in the face. Sure enough, the kid throws the ball at his head one more time. Dude runs over and just starts going ham with his elbow in the dude's face.
Yikes!
And then the kid who defended himself was made fun of and depicted a bully.
Well, you know, that'll happen from time to time. What grade was this begin for you?
Did what begin?
No, like what grade did this happen in? Like this?
Oh, probably like 6th or 7th or 7th or 8th.
Okay, so was he determined to bully for the rest of his life?
No, this was the same kid who was a weird. This was the same kid who was found on the DC trip bus with his hand down his pants.
Whoa!
Caught watching something while everyone else woke up. It's a bright morning. We just arrived in Philadelphia. The sun's coming over the sun, the sun is rising over the sun.
Thanks
over the
for
horizon.
setting the scene for me.
Yeah, the sun's rising over the horizon, and this kid. Everyone wakes up, looks around. They look over, and there's just this kid with his hand down his pants.
God, that is disgusting. What the fuck? Great, now my mom's gonna hear this and go, "What was Trey talking about?" I'd be like, "Don't worry about it,
Some
Mom."
perv that was in my grade.
That is disgusting. I don't think that ever happened. Well,
There's a bathroom on the bus. There's a bathroom on the bus.
I think it happened after I graduated, but that never happened while I was in school once. That's disgusting. I had kids try to kill themselves at school. That's about it.
That always happened in not my class. Like, that would it happened, but it would always be in a class that I'm not in. There'd be kids having seizures and stuff because they like just decided to pop a bunch of pills while they're in the middle of class.
Yeah, our school was definitely not a pill-taking school. Our school was definitely weed and alcohol, and that was it. Very strict on our drugs.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure there were kids in like the 14-15 age gap or age group that were definitely partying on the weekends, but I wouldn't know it because I wasn't invited to that group of kids.
I was invited to parties. I just didn't want to go because I knew that they were doing stupid shit like that. But I mean, look at me now. No,
I just wasn't invited.
Well, I'm sorry.
So I didn't know what was going on.
Haha, Trey's a loser. Haha, everyone make fun of him. Point at him. He didn't get invited to parties. Haha.
Nah, fuck you. Fuck you guys. I lost 30 pounds since August.
Hey.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind. You're too kind. You're too kind. Thank you. No, really, it's a pleasure.
No, it's really, it's really all the pleasures to me. Really. But no, good job. I'm really proud of you for that. Maybe now you can go to Hot Topic and buy clothes that are your size.
No, see that we were just on this. Okay, that's something we were gonna get on topic about. Yeah, no, I used to wear American Eagle and shit when I was growing up. So now, I try to walk into that store, they're gonna look at me and laugh. That's like the same attitude as Abercrombie and Fitch.
They don't walk it. I don't walk in there and they don't laugh at me.
Okay, they don't actually laugh at me, but there is no clothes in American Eagle that are gonna fit me.
The underwear, maybe.
Maybe. You know why? Because that's probably the size they go up to, is a 2XL for underwear.
But I'll tell you right now, I've never walked... Well, that's... Okay, that's a lie. I've never tried on a American Eagle apparel. I've walked
No,
into one before, but I've never tried on their clothes. I never will.
No, when I was 14, that was like what I wore a lot of. I wore their jeans, I wore their shirts. Okay, I had like maybe 2 of their shirts, but they were like, they weren't their that stupid like stitched on white bubbly font American Eagle like stitching that they had on their shirts.
Oh,
It wasn't anything like that.
Like goddamn Aeropostale. Ugh.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't wear Aeropostale.
God, I hate that brand too. You know what? This is a call to action right now. So when I was in high school, there was a brand at the Kohl's called Urban Pipeline. Okay.
Does that not exist anymore?
No, I used to exclusively wear those pants. Okay.
Is that the brand that what's the brand that has the rhino?
No, I don't even know how to pronounce it or what it's called, but that's not that brand. But I know,
Okay.
I know what brand you're talking
Keep going.
about. But Urban Pipeline was Kohl's skating clothesline. Okay.
Yeah,
and I used to exclusively wear those pants. They were the most comfortable pants I ever wore in my life. Okay.
Yeah.
But when Amazon bought Kohl's, they got rid of that.
Amazon bought Kohl's.
I don't know if they own it entirely or if they just own a share into it, but they have some stake into it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, they got rid of Urban Pipeline, and I've been very upset because all I've been able to wear is fucking Levi's ever since. Now, the other day when I went to go mow my parents' lawn for them, I put on those Urban Pipeline pants, and for like the first time in 6 years because I don't wear pants. And I went, God damn, these are nice pants. So, if anyone who is listening, by the way, thank you for listening, if anyone's listening to this and knows a similar brand of pants that is Urban Pipeline style, please let me fucking know because I need them desperately. I have never found a nicer pair of pants than Urban fucking Pipeline. They were cheap, they were comfortable, and they looked nice.
I don't know what the brand of those joggers that I bought from Walmart are, but those are like what I imagine the Urban Pipeline brand.
I'm pretty sure those are called No Boundaries, aren't they?
Yeah, they're No Boundaries. Those are, but for men though. They're for the for men No Boundaries.
Okay.
Because I know I think as far as I know, it's a mainly women's brand, but it's also a Walmart brand at the same time. But my point is, no, those like even Walmart is now becoming part of that. Well, not now because I'm losing the weight, but at the time. Everything I wear was mostly 4XL, like t-shirt wise, and that's like what I like to buy a lot of is t-shirts.
Yep.
I don't need more pants. I have enough jeans and joggers and sweatpants and shorts that I could wear. But t-shirts, it feels like I can never have enough of. I cannot find t-shirts that fit me anywhere, like American Eagle, like Aeropostale. I don't wear them, but like you know how Shein, that's a big thing for women, like Shein. That's for plus-sized women. You can buy almost any type of shirt design you want on that. I know obviously like Etsy and stuff can do this, but I'm talking like, why is there not a design like
You're
Walmart,
asking why is there not a designer clothing brand for big and tall?
There is. But it's not exactly like the best. It's like, okay, this is gonna be a little mean, but it's like what Boogie 2988 would wear.
It's not mean. Fuck that guy.
Like DXL, literally the brand called Big and Tall.
Yeah.
That's a company, I'm pretty sure. DXL, Duluth Trading Company.
Duluth has
I'm saying,
every big man's back. Jesus. They're
I know.
saving grace.
That's why I like. But no, like, I wish there was an app or a website that's like Shein but for men. Shein claims they have men plus size stuff, but I have never seen anything on there. And I'm not buying a t-shirt from Temu for large men. I'm not doing that.
No, Trey, I think me and you just have to, as we're, getting older, I think we're just going to have to buckle down and face the fact that we're just going to have to start going into the fucking Big and Tall store and buying our clothes there from now on and feeling mad about it. But, we have to do it because there's no other options anywhere else around us. And that's just how it is.
I mean, like 2 days ago, I tried on a shirt that never has fit me. It's one of my Cobra Kai shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I bought that from Walmart, and I think it's a 3XL, and that fits just fine now. Like it's almost like a nightgown on me.
Whoa. Calm that down.
Maybe I'm exaggerating. It's not like a nightgown. Maybe like it goes down, like covering my groin area. Like it goes down that far. Stop! I know. Stop. And that 2XL, the 2XL shirt that work gave me, they said it's a 2XL, but it like stretches and stuff. That fits me as if it was a 4XL.
Well, that's nice. At least you got a comfy shirt for work.
Right.
Yeah, no, I can't find a fucking Led Zeppelin shirt that's my size anymore. I can't find a Rolling Stone shirt that's my size.
You'd have to go on like Etsy or something.
Well, no, I just have to buy it directly from their website. Like, I'd have to go to LedZeppelin.com, go to their merch, and I'd be like, okay, is this 1 in 3X? No, okay, I'll find another
style. Is this 1 in 3X for
$75?
No.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I know it's my fault because I'm a bigger guy, but like,
okay, but here's the thing.
3/4 of this country is overweight. Can we at least have shirts that are custom to them?
I mean, yeah, no, people, the government likes America to be fat, but the thing is, it's not even like your stomach or my stomach. It's our shoulders. Our shoulders, if we buy a shirt and the shirt feels tight, it's mostly going to feel tight because it's tight on our shoulders, so then therefore it's going to go down to our stomach and it's going to feel tight on our stomach
mine's
and around our arms.
Mine's my chest.
Yeah, no, it's basically all of the above for me. I'm just saying you couldn't even if we didn't have a gut, it would feel tight because it's not a true, as I like to say, it's not a true 3X or 4X.
No, nothing ever is
they claim
anymore.
it is. That's what I'm saying. So it's almost like, the stores like Walmart and all the ones I said earlier. It's like it's a Walmart. How do you not have 4XL shirts that have designs on them?
Yeah, that's who's fucking shopping in there. Why the fuck do you not have 4XL t-shirts?
Exactly my point.
Windsor, no, we don't scratch the mic, Windsor. We're recording right now, okay? I love you, but you can't scratch the mic.
But like,
sorry, that was intermission for my cat.
They have like a 4X to 5XL shirts, but they're for like construction guys.
Yeah, I don't want to wear a white plain t-shirt or a fucking reflective yellow t-shirt that's 4XL, man. I want a graphic t-shirt that fits me.
No, the highest they go is 3X on those. See,
my problem is that I like shirts that are very lengthy on me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how I am. I like shirts that are a little bit baggy on me.
Like,
I feel like I can breathe in them.
Like, if I'm wearing jeans, my shirt has to go below my fly, or else I'll freak the fuck out.
So, were you ever in Boy Scouts?
Yep.
So, did you have to ever tuck your shirt in?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, yeah. I didn't have a problem with that, as long as the shirt still was baggy and I could tuck it in. But I didn't like it if I was like, I had barely any slack and I'm tucking in the shirt, and basically if I bend over or anything, the shirt's just going to come out from underneath my belt.
No, yeah, I understand that exactly. That's why. So I would tuck in my undershirt, but like my Boy Scout brown shirt, like the button-up one, I would purposely not tuck it in, and then they would ask me, why do you not have your shirt tucked in? And I explained to them, and they go, oh, okay, I understand.
What, because it's not long enough?
Yeah, I'd be like, if I bend over, the shirt's coming out of my pants, and they go, oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah. No, that's why I'd always get like a size bigger than what I'm used to. Because then, yeah, exactly that reason right there for Boy Scouts.
That's why I wear a 3XL. I am a 2XL at heart. Or I shouldn't say at heart, but my body type is 2XL.
That's what I was in 8th grade.
Yeah, but I wear a 3XL on purpose so that way it feels comfortable on me and I don't feel self-conscious when I'm out in public. That's why I only wear hoodies. Basically, exclusively, I only wear hoodies at this point. Because I know that I can get them in the size I want and I don't feel like I'm gross walking out of the house.
It's kind of like a reverse psychology thing, too, now. Like, Morgan has noticed when I wear 4XL shirts, she thinks they make me look super big, like bigger than I actually am because of how big they are now.
Yep.
Versus to when I was the weight that they're targeted for.
Yep. I understand that completely. I definitely, like, when Emily took a video of me for my birthday, like when she made me my cake, I looked at me in my shirt and I went, Jesus Christ, look at that motherfucker. And it was just because I wear a big shirt, so it just stretches out, and it makes it look like I look like I'm Boogie 2988. Coming at you live from the power of the internet, that's what I'm looking like. Like, hey, look at this new game. No, I'm not that big, it just makes me look that fucking big, and it sucks.
Yeah, there's starting to be a lot more shirts than I realized. They're doing that to me now, but... Okay, we're going just over an hour long for this episode. I think it's time to close it down.
Sounds like you want to wrap, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so right before we leave here, all I want to say is to the people that watched the first episode, thank you. It means a lot to us both. I'm sure that Trey would say the same thing if he was in my shoes currently. There's going to be eventually, what we want to do is I pose the idea of a face cam for it, so that way you're not just looking at a still fucking image the whole time, and Trey agreed with me, so the next time I go out and about, because I forgot to buy it today, I'll go buy another fucking Logitech face cam, and I'll set it up on top of the computer screen so you can see our pretty little faces, and you can see my cats. And it'll just be a nice little video for you all, that you can sit at home and grab a snack, and you can listen to our conversations. I think that'll be real nice for everyone. So yeah, thank you for listening to the first one. Thank you for listening to this one. If you came back, if you're new, welcome. This is the break room. I don't think we plan on stopping anytime soon, so if you like the content, just keep waiting for it. I'm going to presume, because the last one was on Saturday, I'm going to start posting them on Saturdays, so Saturday around the afternoon. Yeah, we're on Spotify. You sent me the link to it. I couldn't even find it. You fucking sent me the link. Where'd you find it?
No, you sent it to me.
I did?
Yeah.
Yikes.
It's in our Snapchat saved links.
Okay, so eventually...
And now I have it followed on Spotify so that I have access to it now no matter what.
Okay, so I'll eventually put the link to Spotify on the YouTube channel, but it's on Patreon, it's on YouTube, it's on Spotify. You get the RSS feed from Spotify, so you can put it on any podcasting thing you use. If you're big into podcasts like I am, I use, I think it's called Podcast Hub or something like that. I can't fucking remember, but you Google podcast shit like that. So you can use it on there. You can listen to wherever you want. And that's really about it. So I guess we'll see you guys next week. Talk to you later.
Bye.